Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this guide for Aglaea, I'll cover her best relics, light cones, team composition, rotations, pros and cons, and whether she's worth pulling. Sit back and relax, and if you find this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
Do you have a character or light cone in the game that you really want, but you don't have enough StellarJades? Fortunately, lootbar.gg allows you to buy StellarJades at a discounted rate for all regions. Lootbar is one of the fastest and most reliable recharging platform with attractive discount rates. For an example, I will buy the 1980 StellarJade package for $26.40, which otherwise would have cost me $29.99, saving me a total of 20%, and also new users get an additional 5% off. To purchase, simply enter your UID and region and to receive your package in less than 30 minutes. All recharges are done through the official channel with miHoYo, which allows you to enjoy all top-up offers. Now you will be ready to get your favorite characters. Check the link in the description and pinned comment to get the amazing discounts.
For an overview, Aglaea has the lightning element and follows the path of remembrance. She's a main DPS dealer which barely consumes skill points, and I won't be going through how she works as there's just too much to cover. For Eidolons, E1 doesn't give much of a DPS boost, but at E2, the DPS multipliers are a lot better. If you want a whale, I do recommend her S1 over E1. Eidolon-wise, it's better to skip E1 and aim for E2 instead, as her E1 will most likely not affect your cycle clears at all. Building Aglaea: body, crit rate or crit damage. Boots, speed only. Now for the stats. Hyper speed is the best. If you have action forward supports, go for 161 speed. 144 or 147 is also fine if you can't get 161 speed on Aglaea. If you have Robin, dropping to 135 speed with Sunday will be fine, but hyper speed is still better with Robin. Aim for 80% plus crit rate and as much crit damage due to Aglaea having very low crit damage stats and attack percent. Lastly, here are the speed breakpoints. Overall, hyper speed is the best. 146 is also decent for pure fiction and longer MOC runs. Relic set: the only set you should run for is the new summon set. The main focus is that the DPS output is the highest, plus that 6% speed bonus comes in real handy to hit hyper speed Aglaea. Players may also opt for Wild Wheat and Sizzling Thunder, but DPS-wise it falls off pretty hugely, especially for 4-piece lightning set. Unless you have triple S tier stats on these two relic set bonuses, I wouldn't slap it on. Planar ornament. Rope: attack percent over energy regen. ER is decent if you have perfect rolls on it, but if you're running both Sunday and Huahua, going for ER is pretty much not needed at all. Orb: lightning damage is best. Attack percent is only decent if you aren't running Robin, plus if you have perfect rolls on it, as attack percent gets saturated on Aglaea. Planar sets: amusement park is the best, but you may also run Rudolent Arena as the DPS difference is only 1%. Moving on to her light cones. Since remembrance is a new path, I'll be going in depth onto the light cones. Victory in a Blink S5. Unfortunately, this light cone only provides 24% crit damage for Aglaea and does not increase allies' damage dealt by 16%, as Aglaea's summon does not use an ability on teammates. Reminisce: a 3-star light cone that works pretty well. It gives a raw 48% damage dealt boost, though you do want to make sure the commemoration doesn't fall off. Running an energy rope may be worth it for players who don't have Huahua. Overall, this light cone is a very solid option. Genius's Greeting S5 gives 32% attack and 40% basic attack damage dealt boost for 3 turns whenever the wearer uses their ultimate. Great for players who have both Sunday and Huahua. Without consistent ulti uptime, this light cone will underperform to her 3-star light cone option at S5, as attack percent barely increases Aglaea's DPS output, where her 3-star LC option performs equal to this light cone option. Sweat Now, Cry Less, her second best option. Based on speculation, this light cone is either from Forgotten Hall or Battle Pass. Hopefully, it's free, as you wouldn't need Aglaea's signature LC. It comes with free crit rate stats where you can better focus on more crit damage or speed from your relic rolls. Overall, you do need it at S5 for it to be comparable to Aglaea's signature light cone. With the crit rate to crit damage conversion, you get a permanent 40% crit damage and 40% damage dealt boost. Of course, at first place, Aglaea's signature LC gives 12 speed, 54% crit damage, and a 54% damage dealt increase. Her Lightcone is one of the best in the game. Overall, this is just a rough calculation, but you can check the comments section for any updated DPS numbers. I'll keep you guys up to date. Overall, if you do have Reminiscence at S5, Genius Greetings S5, or Sweat Now at S5 with a premium team, you don't need her signature Lightcone as it probably wouldn't affect her cycle clears or at most by only one cycle. If Sweat Now is free, you seriously don't need her signature LC. But of course, for those who are aiming for hyper speed Aglaea, her Lightcone will make things a lot easier for you. For her team composition and rotations, her best team would be with Sunday plus Robin. Personally, I believe that hyper speed is better in the long run as Aglaea does scale off with speed. The only downside is that hitting hyper speed on Aglaea will be insanely difficult, but for Sunday, you can just run the Calpagni Planar set, but it's not an issue if you have Huohua to get Sunday's ultimate in 3 turns easily. Second best would be Sunday plus RMC, overall a very strong contender, where if you have a well-invested team at hyper speed, there could be no cycle clear difference compared to Robin. Third best would be Robin plus RMC, but Huohua is ideal due to Robin's ultimate. Overall still decent as RMC is here making this team at least double S tier. Well, there aren't any good support replacements where Aglaea if you have Sunday as the main support. You could use either Pella or Tingyan. An E2S1 Bronya may work pretty decently too. Here are the average cycle clear differences for teams. Overall, Sunday is a huge boost to Aglaea's whole kit, but if you do have at least Huohua, she's gonna do pretty okay still. Overall massive DPS loss and will make you clear your cycles longer, where it's a must to build RMC if you don't have Robin. For 0 cycle clears, swapping away your sustain for Robin or RMC is best. Pretty insane though, note that this is only for tryhards. Sustain ranking wise. First place, Huohua due to the energy regen where your whole team will have faster ultimate uptime. The next best 2 would be either Aventurine or Fushuan. Now, comparing to Feixiao for total team single target DPS, if you don't have both Sunday and Huohua, she will lose to Feixiao. But with both Sunday and Huohua, she beats Feixiao DPS. Pros and cons. Pros. Triple S tier. RMC is free if you don't have Robin. Low skill point cost. DPS is so high you don't have to factor in weakness type. Meta unit on par or maybe even slightly better than Feixiao, Firefly and Rappa. Great all-rounder for all in-game contents. Her animations are gorgeous. Cons. Signature Lightcone is very attractive. A little hard to build hyper speed on Aglaea. Needs an expensive team, ideally with both Sunday and Huohua. Falls off to low S tier if you don't have the right units with her. In short, her only weakness is StellarJades. Should you pull? If you have Sunday? Yes. If you don't have both Sunday and Huohua? Just skip her. If you have Robin, Huohua but no Sunday? Yes, if you like her design. Overall, I would rate her a 10 out of 10 if players have her premium team. But without Huohua, she kind of falls down to an 8.5 out of 10 as her DPS would fall off. For players who don't have both Sunday and Huohua, she would be pretty useless. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really helps out a ton. And that's it for this guide.